What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Just Talk. I am Justin Frigé. It is November. Now November, going to be November 2nd here pretty soon. But Halloween, October, all of it, the spooks, the galore, it's all gone. And now we have coffee with peppermint cream mocha in it. So the season is upon us. But I promise y'all, I'll try to tone down my horror obsession just a little bit. But what I want to talk about today is gaming. For those of you that have a hobby, interest, art in the content world, or just love to just play games in general, I'm going to talk about certain games that's on my bucket list to get accomplished the remainder of this year and definitely going into 2024. First off, we'll talk about is the probably a very hit, I say hit, but a very #1 seller right now is Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 takes place sort of after Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. Kind of both ties in. If you're, to me, the Spider-Man genre is at that level with the Batman Arkham games. It's to me, it's I can play each one of them over and over almost. It gets tiring after a while, but certain missions and stuff. But as far as the game, the story, everything, the maps, it's huge. And especially in this game, Spider-Man 2, the map is bigger than before. I've watched gameplay from other people. It's crazy. You're going to experience villains such as Kraven, Venom, the Sandman, and so much more. And so it's something I can't wait, especially with the power of the PS5 and the current new Xbox. So I want to dive into that. Probably that's be the first game. These are all going to be games I'm probably going to be recording. Definitely Spider-Man 2. I never got a chance with Spider-Man 1 or Miles Morales. I may, on downtime, record a while, just casually, and then release as I go. For those who don't have time or like the game in general, they'll be able to watch it. My next game, I'm jumping over to the Nintendo Switch, where we're going to have Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Now, I'm not too familiar with this game, but what I've seen from this new way of playing this 2D game, they felt like the game designers and production, they felt like the Super Mario Brothers in genre was getting stale, and they came out with this new version of a 2D. I'm sure it has a story and everything, but the levels and everything look super. No pun intended. But it's definitely one of those rare Nintendo games that have caught my eye, and I will definitely be playing it. There's also, for those who don't know, they have taken away the time limit on all levels, really, on the game itself. So I think that's the first time it's been done. As far as the Super Mario Brothers game, like 1, 2, 3. I'm sure there's other ones like the current ones on the Switch. They all have a timer up on you have like what, 300 seconds, maybe more. I'm thinking of the old one, but yeah, I think 300 to 500, maybe a bit longer, seconds to get to the end of the level. So that's gone. So now you get to have fun and explore and to admire and enjoy the look and feel of this new game. So that's gonna be another one. I've got, Mount Gato, and so when it's time to switch over, I'll definitely be plugging in the Nintendo Record that and being able to enjoy actually playing the Nintendo on my monitor here. Another game that comes to mind that probably some of you, and I totally forgot it was happening until a demo trailer, or someone got the first dibs on playing it. but it's RoboCop, the original. And I was hesitant about it. I know there's a Terminator game. I don't know if it's... I doubt it's out yet. I think it's still in development, the Terminator part. But the RoboCop is out. I think it takes place, I thought they said, between RoboCop 1 and 2. Or if there is even a third one, I've only known the first one and the reboot, if you will, of 2. And they've made it 2 and 3 between those two. But not it has nothing to do with the reboot. So... the gameplay is very RPG, first-person shooter. I think lots of side quests you can do, lots of missions. I think it's also one of those decision-making games, and they determine the outcome of certain things, which I'm a huge fan of, like those butterfly effect games, like Until Dawn. Or I think the latest one was the Quarry, whatever you want to say it. But yeah, RoboCop is out now. That's another one. So that's gonna be one to be diving in. It's definitely been also a year for fighting games. Earlier this year we had Street Fighter 6. Haven't seen a Street Fighter or current one in a long time. And so we have Street Fighter 6. The detail, the graphics are amazing. I don't think that's something I'll stream unless it's like a story mode. So depends on that. But they do have Mortal Kombat 1, which recently released. Had to have been in October. I think it's October 8th, but it's out. And it's totally it's called Mortal Kombat 1. From the previous one, it's basically they turned back time and revamped everything. So it's a different take on it. For those who are fighting gamers, that's probably the game for you. I've always tried to... I'm not the master of just knowing buttons or getting those big joystick panels and moving them around. I'm not big on that, but I love having fun and watching the kills, watching the graphics, and I'll play the storyline. So I might play the storyline and record it. Depends. I know later on next year, I believe, is Tekken 8. That's what I'm interested in. I was a huge fan, me and my little sister was, way back when. I remember playing, my first Tekken was Tekken 2. And then Tekken 3, gosh, and then they went... I think it was Tekken 4. I know they had Tekken Tag Tournament. I want to say Tekken 5. I forgot which one, but I remember going back and it was like Tekken 6. If not Tekken, I definitely tried Tekken 7, and I lost interest like that. So I don't know if I'll be playing. I mean, I'll probably be watching and seeing. And probably, if I do anything, I'll try it. But it's hard nowadays to try games. And like back in the day, you used to get a console, or you used to be able to get demo disc, or play demos almost of every game. Somehow along the lines, they crack that, and they just they do some demos. I've seen some demos. I played some demos, and it helps me to know if I'm going to buy that game or not. I wish they did that for every game, but so far, no. They have these beta, but it's like you have to get lucky and getting a beta code, link, whatever they want to call it. Speaking of going into next year, definitely a game I will be recording is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the sequel to the 3-part trilogy of Final Fantasy VII Remake. You had Final Fantasy VII Remake, now you have Rebirth, and who knows what they're going to call the last one. It's almost like the original old school Star Wars. You had 3, you have your beginning, you have your tragic moments and craziness and where the characters are at their lowest on the second one, and the third one is basically the good wins, good guys win. So definitely going to be recording that. I believe the release is February 29th. Hopefully it comes out a little bit earlier. I do have Final Fantasy VII Remake recorded. But going back, I know my channel has changed so much since then, and back then it was like, I don't even know what it was called. It might have been just Anarchy Gaming. I don't know. But I'm debating about re-recording it because I want to play through it again eventually, and definitely do the Integrate DLC chapter. So I'm debating about recording it. If I do, I'll talk about it, probably will. But that's coming. Alright, here's another one. Alan Wake 2. I have never played the first one. And a friend of mine sent me the breakdown. And I remember seeing a trailer for this game a long time ago. And I didn't understand it, but it looked intriguing. And recently I saw a trailer and everything, and it's basically like almost like Silent Hill, but it's like a little twist to it. And I have to play the first one, and the first one's actually on sale right now. But then you have Alan Wake 2, which even looks better than the first one. So that's another one. I don't know this. Let's see if I can read the. Here we go. Come on. Yep, a string of murders threatens Bright Falls, a small town community surrounded by Pacific Northwest wilderness. Sega Anderson, an accomplished FBI agent with a reputation for solving impossible cases, arrives to investigate the murders. Anderson's case spirals into a nightmare when she discovers pages of a horror story that starts to come true around her. And then you have Alan Wake, is a lost writer trapped in a nightmare beyond our world. Writes a dark story in an attempt to shape the reality around him and escape his prison, with a dark horror hunting him. Wake is trying to retain his sanity and beat the devil at his own game. So I'm guessing that Alan Wake is somewhat after the first one, trapped in his own demise. This might be the last one that I have on my list, but it's Assassin's Creed Mirage. And back then I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan of the first one. The second one came along, I forgot what happened. I think some other games have this lost interest. I went back into the second one, fell out, then some other Assassin's Creed came out that was free. Had to do with like a pirate ship. I forgot what, Pirate's Flag maybe? Anyways, the something about after the first one, they lost what made the first one so great. And I hear great things about this one that reminisces to the first one. It says here, experience the story of Basim, a cunning street thief seeking answers and justice as he navigates the bustling streets of 9th century Baghdad. Through a mysterious ancient organization known as the Hidden Ones, he will become a deadly master assassin and change his fate in ways he could never have imagined. That is something, and I'm sure I'll be showing gameplay here probably while I'm talking right here. But if you played the first one, something about it was awesome, and I loved how you went back and forth. I doubt they do that now. I think now you're in that timeline. You're not going back in the past as your ancestor or whatnot. I enjoyed that part because there was like it's almost like there was a mystery behind it, and you had to solve what's in reality and then go back into your ancestors' past and solve it. So you have, if you're into definitely and you really feel like an assassin. I mean, and I can't imagine the graphics now compared to, golly, that was back on the PS3, I think. Golly, that was a long time ago. Okay, that's it. I tried looking, but no luck. But that's gonna be it for me. I looked through, there's no other games. I recently played Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Had that old school feel and look to it, so definitely check that one out. But yeah, so lots on the plate to eventually play, record. Definitely going to, while I'm off, jump into Spider-Man 2, and maybe sometime at the end of the week, if not next week, play a little bit of Super Mario Bros. Wonder and try that one out. But definitely gonna be rolling in here. Definitely, if not soon, probably next year, change up some intros. Definitely everything's gonna be the same now that I found a foundation, and for my channel, as far as Justin's Crypt and Gamers Lounge, Just Talk. Definitely thinking of in the future, definitely next, if it may not be next, it might be a couple more years, but I might test it out, I don't know. But I'm definitely going to be doing my Just Talk and moving it to this, but more also of a podcast. And so I found some equipment, might give it a run and see how it works. And if it does, then save up some more money and get a bigger system to have multiple people. It won't be in here because it's too small in here. But definitely set it up somewhere where me and my buds or whoever really can sit and talk in just about anything. And then I want to probably remove the Anarchy of Horror playlist and change it to White Mask Productions, where I'm hoping to, I say short films, but I think I'm going to make, it's either going to be short films or clips of different things I record as far as my horror or whatever side gig that me and Scotty's Short Films decides to collide with, and see what we can produce, and we'll be sharing it. Recently made his channel, so definitely going to try to get his going once again. Definitely going to be trying to figure out the wrestling gig with 2 months left now. Like I said, next year sometime, probably sooner than later, we're pulling the plug. Doesn't mean that some of those guys will be done wrestling. They'll be wrestling for other groups, and just for some of us, especially for me now, getting tied up with certain things, and then my feelings have changed. I think it's just a matter of life and craziness and busyness, and then the change in the group, if not the change in scenery, I think has happened lately, and it's kind of made me open my eyes and just want to just step back and move on from it. I wish that someone would take the ring, but who knows? Who knows? That's another time and date. That's gonna do it for me. I guess I can leave with some. I always try to anyway. Leave with some positivity. What I read with is, for your significant other, for your best friend, for your loved one, for those that you care about. Be there for them. Be their strength. Be their shield. Be their companion, and listen. Don't talk, just listen, because they have a lot to say, and they feel like a burden, but don't make them feel like they're not, that they are one, because they're not. We all have our issues, have our problems, and we need strength, and we get strength from our numbers, from our good people with good hearts, and we just got to be there for them. It's November. It's a new month. Shoot, we got this month and next month, and it's a new year, folks. And with the new year, to me, brings new ideas, new inventions, new grasp on art, new ideas for your personal life, your life on others. What you can do to redo certain things in your life, such as me. I'm thinking about what can I do to redo in this house, redo in my life as far as my hobbies, my art, although we have a new year coming up and everyone always has these resolutions and stuff, instead of waiting for a new year or some significant month or day, I know it's always like, oh, I can start on January 1st. No, start now. Start now. You know, it's a progressive thing. It sucks. It's hard to get back in the groove of certain things, but do it. You know, if I say like me in the gym with life, you gotta find time. You gotta make time. You know, I enjoy, my wife and kids. Sometimes I gotta like, oh, hey, whoa, I gotta get back to the gym. I've got to break free of all the craziness going in here because, my therapist and so much, I pray for, or my medication and everything else, it can only do so much. I've got to make the attempt. I've got to do the one that pushes the wagon, if you will, or pull the wagon. I could be the horse. Be the horse. Pull that wagon. So that's gonna be it. Hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Week's almost over. The weekend is upon us. That's gonna do it for me. I am Justin Frugier. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you later.